Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another video in which we are going to learn about collections and iterator in Dart programming. So guys, what are the different collection types? So as you can see, the Dart collections include one is list, the next is set, and then we have maps, and this is queue. So guys, we have seen some of the collections, that is list, set and maps previously, but we have not seen how iterators can be used guys in these collections. So let us revise some concepts about collections. So let us understand all these collections items with the help of examples over here. So I'll just remove this code that we have written previously. So guys, in order to define a list, we can either use a where keyword followed by the name of the list, that is a variable name, or else we can use the list class as well. So list followed by the object name or a variable name followed by open and close brackets in order to initialize the list. So we can have some numbers, let's say 10, 20, 30 and 40. And in this way we can define a list or a collection that belongs to list. And then let's try printing this list. So I'll just put print list over here, semicolon. Let's save this file and try running this code. So as you can see, we have printed the list, that is 10, 20, 30 and 40. Now guys, this is getting printed inside this open and close square brackets. What if I want to print all these elements one at a time? So what we can do is, inside a for loop, we can print all those elements. So for, we have variable item in. So we are using this in keyword followed by the name of the list variable, that is list. And then we can print this item. So guys, over here what we are doing is, we are using the concept of iteration over here. We are using variable item. So item is the variable over here, and then we are using in keyword followed by list. So what this will do is, it will go through each element in the list one at a time. So the very first thing is, that is 10. This will be assigned to the variable name item, and then next, that is 20, will be assigned to the variable name item, and so on. So I'll just save this file and try running this code. So as you can see, every element is getting assigned to the variable item and it is getting printed on new lines over here. And in this way, we can easily iterate through the list items. Now guys, similarly, we have the set collection as well. So let's say instead of list, we have set over here. And let us change this variable name over here to set1. And guys, in order to initialize the set collection over here, we use curly braces instead of square brackets. So open and close curly braces. 10, 20, 30 and 40, and then we just use this set1 over here instead of this list. And then I'll just save this file and try running this code. So as you can see, we have the same elements getting printed. Now guys, what is the difference between a set and a list? So guys, in set, we cannot have duplicate items, whereas in list, we can have the duplicate items as well. So let's say I want another element over here, and this element is 20. So this 20 and this 20 is duplicate. So I'll just save this and try running this code. Let us see what happens. So as you can see, we have 10, 20, 30 and 40. Then the next element, that is 20, is not present since it was already present previously. So we cannot have duplicate items guys. So this set collection is very useful whenever you have the requirement, that is whenever you're dealing with some elements which shouldn't be duplicate in your array, then you can use this set collection instead of a list collection. Now guys, let us understand another way in order to iterate these items apart from the for loop. So we have something called as iterator. So the iterator class enables easy collection traversal. So guys, you can easily traverse through any collection, that is list, set, maps or queue. And then every collection has an iterator property. Now this property returns an iterator that points to the objects in the collection. So guys, we are going to see the example over here. So as you can see, we have to import a Dart collection library in order to use the iterator. And then as you can see in the example, we have a queue and then followed by the variable name. And then we have this new keyword followed by the queue collection. And then inside this queue collection, we are adding all these numbers, that is 100, 200 and 300. Now guys, what is queue? So guys, it is first come and first serve basis. So whenever we add elements in the queue, it is added in the end of the queue. And whenever we want to remove the element, so the first element that is present, that will be removed. So guys, this is called as first come, first serve basis. And then we have the iterator class, and this I is the object followed by num queue, that is the collection queue, dot iterator. So this will return the iterator to the I object, and then we can use this I, that is iterator, in order to traverse this collection. So guys, let us understand this with the help of example. I'll just quickly copy this and paste this over here. So instead of for loops, we are going to use a while loop along with the iterator I over here. So I'll just save this file and try running this code. I'll clear the screen. So as you can see, we have 100, 200, 300 getting printed over here. So guys, let's say I want to add one more element over here in the num queue. So I'll just copy this and paste this over here. And instead of this add all, I'm just having one element. So I'll just remove this, and let's say I have 350 over here. And I'll remove the other elements. I'll save this file and try running this code. Okay, so we have not removed the square bracket. So this square bracket was missed. So I'll just save this file and try running this code. So as you can see, we have 100, 200, 300, the previous elements, along with the new element that we added, that is 350. So guys, this is the property of queue. Whatever we add, it will get added to the end of the queue. So guys, in this way, you can easily use this iterator class object and use these methods, that is move next, in order to move to the next element in the collection, and this current property in order to point to the current element where the iterator is pointing in the collection. So guys, that's it in this video. Please make sure that you like this video so that it reaches to more people, and subscribe to this channel so that you get the notifications on upcoming videos as well. The next video that we are going to talk about is generic collections in Dart programming. So stay tuned.